later. All right. Okay, cool. We are recording. So that is awesome. Awesome. Well, welcome. All right. I'm going to go through kind of some how-to stuff on the detox. We've got about 5 or 6 people in the group, and there's usually a lot of last-minute people. So we'll see how that goes. You never know. And so, yeah, there's my excited face. Have you got 2 monitors?
I do, yeah. So it looks like I'm not looking down.
I know, you can always tell. I had to position my camera so it's just a little beside my monitor. Otherwise, that's the nature of Zoom, right? Cool. So if you're ready to gain more energy, release stubborn body fat, flatten your stomach, and develop the healthiest version of yourself, does that sound good?
Sounds really good.
You're going to have to answer all the questions because you're the only one here. And usually I do these in front of like a big group of people. When I was running these in the gym, obviously there'd be 20 or 30 or 40 people in the room. That's not the case anymore. But so it's still kind of geared to ask lots of questions. So we're getting into the detox information. End of this little bit, you'll have all the information and motivation, be enrolled, be able to leave and go grocery shopping and start your training. So you have your manual already, yes?
No.
Okay, cool. I will make sure you do. I've been emailing them to people, but I always want to make sure that they have arrived. Sometimes email doesn't like a big file. So I will make sure that that is the case. And I know I've also got 3 people that have asked for a physical manual sent. So, and I know they've already received them in the post office. So I will make sure that you get that right after this. Awesome. So yeah. Before we get started, I always like to talk a little bit of a disclaimer. I like to say that I can give you all of the tools, the training, and we can give you the mindset for success. But in the end, it's your attitude that makes all the difference, right? If somebody doesn't like change and they're not willing to try something new, totally different, and perhaps even annoying, the chance of success plummets. And what you've done before has gotten you to where you are now. So it's about trying something different. Does that make sense?
Yep.
100%, right? Good. Because newsflash, nothing works. That's one of my favorite sayings. Nothing works. Make it work, right? I've seen people make things work that shouldn't work. There are people making a junk food diet work. There are people making vegan work. They make keto work. They make carnivore work. Every diet in the world works if you make it work. Your car doesn't work. You have to go out and start it first, right? So everything needs us to make it work. And this is no different. It requires us to put in the effort. So I've collected hundreds of before and after pictures, lots of different people that I've worked with over the 23 years I've been a trainer. And I've been a trainer since 98, as it says. And I've owned a gym in Sylvan Lake for 18 years. Obviously that changed in 2020, but my passion for helping people has not changed. It just looks different now. So that's kind of fun, actually. In a sense, it's different. Yeah, we're closed forever. So that's kind of sad in a sense, but it is what it is. I'm proud to say that me and my team have helped our community drop over 2,000 pounds of fat per year on average. And actually, we didn't have stats for 2020, obviously, but these guys are all from 2019. And we weren't all fitness people. I wasn't always a fitness people that everybody knows me and my trainers as we are today. So a lot of people call me Uncle Scotty, and you can if you like to. I was in architecture for 13 years and I got fat, sick, and stressed. And after a year of specialists and tests, the doctor finally told me to eat right, exercise, and take care of myself. So I did. And I'm just going to move the image of you over to the bottom corner. So there's me after I had actually dropped 20 pounds. I wouldn't let anyone take a photo of me when I was my full weight. So I dropped 20 pounds and then took my before pictures. And shortly thereafter, I was in the best shape of my life. It was awesome. That led to working at a few gyms in the late 90s. And then I opened Best Body Fitness in 2002 after I quit my 13-year career in architecture. I got into triathlon. I began to travel the world competing. And at the World Championships of Ultraman in 2015, I nearly died in a bike crash in the rain at 70 kilometers an hour. So I went from super fit athlete guy to broken guy. I broke all kinds of things. I shattered my shoulder. I broke my arm in half. I busted my skull open. I busted up my knee. I broke 5 ribs. It was kind of a mess. But then I started the long, slow road back to health with, of course, all the skills and programs that I've been teaching other people. And the problem, though, is 3 years of surgeries, rehab, and all the challenges takes its toll. And especially if you're like me and you're an emotional eater. I'm an emotional eater. And so that was me after the crash and all that kind of stuff. You can see the scar on my shoulder. You can sort of see the one on my left arm, but I just was like, you know what? I'm done. All the surgeries are done and I need to get back in shape. So I did. I even got a tattoo. I got Stitch, right? Because he's like me. Hey, Mary Beth. Stitch is my spirit animal. He's a little weird. He doesn't have a lot of friends and he's impossible to kill. He's my dude. So I made it back to the World Championships in Hawaii in 2018 and crossed that finish line 25th in the world when everybody said it wasn't possible. And I was nuts to even think about it after the injuries I had. So that was kind of cool. And you can see Drew there with a big camera. We actually made a documentary, which is pretty fun. So since my transformation, I've surrounded myself with amazing people and have been able to live my passion every day, transforming lives and changing the world. Great to have you on the line, Mary Beth.
Oh, it's great to be here. Thank you.
Yeah. So that brings us to you here now. Now it's your time. So let me ask if some of these apply to you. And you can say that out loud, or you can just nod approvingly or not. Feeling down on yourself for having let your health go down, your weight go up. Is that anyone?
Yeah.
Yep.
You've have people in your life you want to help, but maybe you're not setting a good example yourself.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You're perhaps having negative self-talk in your own mind. It's draining your energy. Anyone with negative self-talk out there?
What?
Sure.
Not me.
No? Okay. Well, you're the exception.
Yeah, I lie.
Tired of back rolls, sick of having a spare tire around the midsection, and just kind of done with having a double chin and flabby arms and feeling a little jiggly right now. Is that anyone?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Frustrated when shopping for clothes. That one
Yes.
drives me nuts. I go in size 32. They don't fit. 34. No, they don't fit. Come on. Okay. I'm not buying pants. I'm going to wait. I'm going to live with my sweatpants for a little longer. I've been there. I'm not there now anymore, which is good, but it's no fun. Maybe you've tried gyms, diet books, trainers, other boot camps, fitness programs, but nothing's really worked long-term. And now you're skeptical about anything new and maybe even in your own ability to succeed. Does that sound familiar?
My endocrinologist wanted me to go for weight loss surgery.
Yeah. Ugh, no, thanks.
No.
It's so dangerous. This is not dangerous. This is, and it works for people, but hey, let's see if we can do it without. And I'm so proud of you, Mary Beth. You can barely stand getting on the scale, and the thought of it makes you a little nervous. Yeah. Starting to limit yourself in life and only put yourself in places or circumstances where you feel safe and make choices based on what other people want instead of what you really want. Like if your friends go out and they overeat, you're just like, well, I'm just going to do what everybody does.
I wouldn't go to places where I knew the chairs wouldn't fit me.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yep. That's no fun.
Or on an airplane. I don't mind asking for a seatbelt extender, but people around me gave you looks when you would ask.
Yeah,
that
sure.
was awful. So I travel a lot.
It is. That's no fun. That's not any fun. Yeah. Yeah. I remember, I'll talk about Lyle in a minute, but so everybody knows this saying, right? You only live once. We've all heard this. I'm going to flip the script on that. You only die once. You live every day. Living is the longest thing you'll ever do. We only die once. So we really want to make sure we're living. Right? Make your life awesome. So this phase 1 21-day detox challenges is the answer. Like I'm going to take you through this 3-step process in just 21 days from where you are to where you want to be. So we're going to start with making poor choices, negative self-talk, low energy motivation, which could be where you're at. And then we're going to make healthy choices daily. We're going to gain energy and enthusiasm. We're going to start exercising and feeling good. And eventually you're going to get to creating your ideal you and feeling like yourself again, right? Being a role model to others. So what exactly is the 21-day detox? People always want to know, well, what are we going to eat? And I like to bug people. It's simple. 21 days of lemon water, castor oil, and cayenne pepper. That's it. We call it the master disaster cleanse. What do you think? Who's in? What do you think, Crystal? Does this sound fun?
I don't know. Maybe not for me.
Yeah. Can I get a refund? Right?
But
No,
the
I'm just
scary
kidding.
part
It's not
is
that kind
that
of
Peter,
detox.
people would try that if somebody said it worked.
Oh my gosh. People have. I swear. People have.
Yeah.
Yep. I know. I could tell so many stories. I know men who did the HCG diet. I don't know if you know the HCG diet. It's the human chronic gonadotropin diet.
Yeah.
Yeah, HCG is it's the hormone women's bodies excrete when they're pregnant, so they can preferentially burn fat if you're throwing up a lot. Men were taking this hormone and then eating 500 calories a day. Are you kidding me? Anyway, sorry, a little soapbox moment. No, it's 21 days of clean eating. It's no processed sugar, no unhealthy carbs, no dairy. And the great news is there's no calorie counting. We just eat by feel. We don't have to worry about all that other stuff. But it's not about what you can't eat. It's about what you can eat. Fresh fruits and vegetables, eggs, healthy fats, lean meats, chicken, beef, and fish, good carbs like brown rice, quinoa, and sweet potato. So good stuff like avocado, right? Avocado's on the plan. And a little pro tip. I know in Canada, avocado has 3 phases. It's bulletproof, for a day or two, and then it's ripe for like 3 minutes, and then it's rotten. Have you noticed this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I like to do with my avocado is I get Yucatan guacamole. It's 95% avocado. And then the other ingredients are there's just some salt and basically some lemon juice so it doesn't rot. And it's ready to eat all the time. I use that all the time for my avocado. Then you're not playing Russian roulette with avocados. Okay, so one thing I want you to know is for the detox, I'd like you to stay away from coffee for the 21 days. I know, haven't had my coffee yet. Don't make me kill you, right? There we go. Some people are like, yeah, I'm quitting right now. But before anyone gets too crazy, and whether you're watching this video after, or those of you that are here with me now, keeping coffee in won't make or break your detox. Coffee in and of itself is not necessarily bad. However, coffee stresses the adrenal glands, which actually makes you more fatigued and leads to coffee crashes. And when your adrenals are depleted, it raises the stress hormone cortisol, which in turn makes you store more belly fat. The problem isn't that coffee's bad. The problem is, as a society, we're sleep deprived and we're using coffee as the ability to still function without enough sleep. And that's not a great idea. And you'll know, like, if you drink a lot of coffee, just actually let me check in. Crystal and Mary Beth, how much coffee do you guys drink? I know, Mary Beth, you've been detoxing with you for a while. You probably don't anymore.
Zero coffee.
Zero coffee? Awesome. Mary Beth?
I've never been a coffee drinker. Tea was my Waterloo.
Nice. Yeah, good.
It's hard to let go of tea. Yeah.
Cool. Well, for a lot of people, coffee is a big deal. I know for me, I never, ever drank coffee for, oh gosh, the whole of my life. And then I think I was training for Ultraman in 2016, 17. Oh yeah, it was after the crash. A neurologist told me that coffee would help me with my brain injury because I couldn't remember anything. I couldn't concentrate. I had no energy because of the brain injury. And my neurologist told me coffee would help me think clearer. Right. I remember that now. And I went to Timmy's and got a mocha because I can't stand the taste of coffee. And I thought, well, if you mix it with hot chocolate, I'll try that. And
that's gonna be good.
Well, it ruined the hot chocolate, but all of a sudden I could think again, which was a big deal because at the time with the brain injury, I could only be awake for about an hour and a half at a time. And I had to sleep for 6 hours. I couldn't remember things. I couldn't remember passwords. I couldn't remember people. It was not any fun. And coffee brought me back to normal for a short burst. And so then it wasn't long. And I was, a medium became a large, became an extra large, became 2 extra larges a day, and occasionally 3. That's not good. And after a few years, I was 100%. My life didn't start until I had a coffee. Like I timed my world around when Tim Hortons drive-through was the least busy. It got out of control. So when I gave up coffee, getting ready for the World Championships in 2018, I fully realized what a hook it had on me, and it was a game changer because my energy got back to being my energy. It wasn't dependent on an external force to start me up in the morning. Now I just get up on my own accord. So that's a real gift. You guys are both non-coffee drinkers, so I won't go too far, but I am trying to think of the fact that other people will be watching this video later. So instead of coffee, you can substitute non-sweetened green tea, which still has caffeine, but it's mild and doesn't deplete your adrenals. And it's actually a superfood that helps you lose weight. And one of the things I will give as a pro tip, I'll give this in the first week, and it's what I'm drinking right now, which is green tea. And right now I have chai tea with hot protein powder. I've got chocolate and caramel macchiato protein powder. It's sugar-free. I use All Max, and it's a protein isolate. And as long as your water is not hotter than 150 Fahrenheit or 65 Celsius, it won't cook the whey powder. And now this is the most insanely delicious drink in the world. It's better than anything Starbucks or Tim Hortons has. And another tip, I put a teaspoon of coconut, full-fat coconut in here. It's to die for.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh my gosh.
Do you like tea? Is it Laura
Crystal.
that's on? Oh, Crystal, do you like tea?
Crystal.
Hi, Crystal.
Hi.
Do you like tea? Because I find I like chai tea, and I've tried it with the protein, like the protein
Protein powder, yeah.
powder. Yeah, sorry.
That's
and
okay.
it tastes really good. It tastes really good. But I try not to drink any tea at all because I feel like it's a slippery slope.
I love tea.
Go ahead, Crystal. Are you a tea drinker, Crystal?
Yeah, mostly herbal teas. Like I like my peppermint and
Nice.
yeah, but I've never had any sort of protein powder or anything.
Yeah. Yeah. And when people hear hot protein powder. Ew. Because for the longest time, I've been a trainer for a long time. In the 90s, protein powder tastes like somebody kicked over a hay bale and scooped the dirt from underneath it and put it in a jug and sold it to us. Like it was just gross. Protein powder now is amazing. It's delicious. And I discovered the secret. I did a bunch of research and discovered that you could have protein powder with hot water. Actually taught it to the supplement company. They're like, really? They were quite surprised. And at the gym, we sold it at the front desk and it was one of our most popular beverages. We called it we had the cold version, the Jim Horton Ice Cap and the Jim Horton Mocha. And it's phenomenal.
Jim Horton.
The Jim Horton, I know. So it's worth trying. All right, cool. So that's kind of that little bit of world. All right, what else we got here? So the foods are delicious. You and your family will love these foods. I mean, I have an 8-year-old and, the food's got to be good for everybody, whether they're on the detox or not. So there's lots of amazing, amazing recipes that are delicious. It's not fair to say no sugar, no grains, no dairy. Good luck. Okay, well, what am I going to eat? And so the book is full of amazing breakfast, lunch, and dinners. And so that's really, really powerful. And all these people have done the detox and more. There's people have dropped 6 pounds. We've had somebody 23, 19. The average is kind of that 5 to 7 or 8 pound range. There's a 12 in here. I can see there's a 7, another 6.5, a 7.5.
I did 7 this past challenge.
You did 7. Yeah, that's right, Mary Beth. And this is your third 21-day detox with me, right?
This will be my third.
Yeah, 3 in a row. Well, the first one got interrupted. You had to go to the hospital for a bit, but I know. But you still dropped 5 pounds, even though you were in a hospital eating junk food for a week. I still can't believe the hospitals. People.
Yeah. So I'm but it's the mindset, Scott, that has been everything for me. Everything.
Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah, I think I really love doing the mindset videos. They're one of my favorite parts of the program.
Yep.
Yeah. So these guys have all done really well. Yeah, there's Jody at the bottom there. He's kind of fun. He dropped 20 pounds. Anyway, so let me ask you, we all understand that quick fixes don't work, right? We got to know quick fixes don't work. So Jason started a 6-week challenge and then a few months later, he grew a beard. No, Jason worked with me several times in a row and leaned right out. And, it's interesting. I actually met with Jason about a month or so ago. Or a few weeks ago now, he came in to buy some supplements and he's gone off of his eating routine and I'm afraid he's back to where he was. And that's what that makes me sad. So don't do that. Once you learn to eat well, I want you to keep eating well. Okay. Is that a deal?
Yes.
Okay, good. Cool. So I want you to say yes when you hear something you want. Okay. Lose weight.
Yes.
Anyway, yes. And I even want to say drop weight because when I lose things, I try to go find them. So let's say drop weight. I'm going to rewrite that actually. Okay. How about gain energy?
Yes, please.
Yes. Yeah. Release belly fat?
Yes.
Yes. Increase stamina?
Yes.
Yes. More confidence?
Yes.
Good. Yes. Fit back in your clothes? Yes.
I'm buying new clothes.
Right? I'm not, I wish I was kidding. I have a section of my closet that I'm like, I'll be back. Because I went off the rails. I'll be back. I'll be back. Like I did. I went off the rails at Christmas time. Actually, this whole COVID thing was quite a deal. When I shut down my gym in March, I'm not kidding. I was working, I'm not exaggerating, 20-hour days. I worked 20-hour days for 10 days straight till I collapsed and fell asleep on the floor for 3 hours, not of my own free will. And I was living on coffee and Girl Guide cookies.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. Cause I had to sell $300,000 equipment to get out of debt. And it was just go. It was just go. We're losing everything.
And you were grieving.
Yeah. And it was a mess. And so I went from super lean washboard abs to chubby fast. And then, on and on and on through the whole Corona thing. It's a challenge. And I just got to the place in January this year, like, all right, buddy, that's enough of that. And that's when I started going, I think I can do this 21-day detox online, even though we don't have a gym. It's been spectacular. So that's me. I want to get back to my clothes. Okay. Toned arms and legs. Anyone?
Yeah? Sure.
Yes.
Yep. Good.
I'll take it.
Tighter and trimmer midsection.
Sure.
Yeah. Good. How about gain sexual magnetism?
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I never had any. So, how about get back that swagger?
Yes. Yep.
I'm not sure if I have a swagger either. How about sleep better?
Yeah.
It's
Better sleep.
happening.
Right? Yes. I know,
It's
Mary Beth, you mentioned
happening.
that's been getting better and better. It's great. A little respect for ourselves, right? I don't know about
Yes.
you, but when I'm eating like a garbage compactor and I look in the mirror and go, ugh, I'm not respecting myself. Let's get back to that. Yeah. Positive mindset.
Please,
Yes.
yes, it's
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah. Inner thighs that don't rub together. Yeah. Uh-oh.
It's chub rub.
Yeah. Now, my screen just did a hiccup. Did it do the same thing for you?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. That's good times. I'm going to have to restart my PowerPoint just for fun.
That's okay.
Yeah. We'll keep it adventurous.
Crystal, where do you live, if you don't mind me asking?
Calgary.
In Calgary.
Yeah,
Nice.
you?
I'm in Vancouver.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Scott's been a fantastic and amazing part of my extended family for quite a while now. And just watching and seeing everything he went through with with the crash and with his desire to finish what he started. And when COVID hit, and like Scott, our business fell apart. We're in the travel business, so you can imagine what happened with that. So Scott's just been so inspiring, and I cannot say enough how much this program has changed everything for me since January. So thank you, Scott. And look, you're back up online.
Yep. Thanks, Mary Beth. I appreciate that. Yeah. Mary Beth's brother, Darren, is one of my best friends on the planet Earth. He's like one of the most amazing human beings. And so, yeah, thank you very much for saying all that. Cool. Well, we're back. So there we are. Happier. Who wants to just be happier? Just in general, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Happier is good. Healthier, for real. Healthier. Yeah.
Yes.
Become a role model and a leader, maybe to your children or your spouse or somebody around. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Well, commitment is always the first step. And one of my favorite stories, my buddy Lyle called me after Christmas one year and he says, "Hey, I need your help." I said, "Yeah, what's up?" I hadn't seen him for a few years. He said, "I can't get off the floor." I was like, "What? Do you need me to call the ambulance? Why are you calling me? Do you need me to come over?" He goes, No, listen, I'm too fat. I can't get off the floor. I didn't understand. I was like, "What do you mean you can't get off the floor?" Like, "I'm too heavy. I'm not strong enough to lift myself off the floor. I got down here to play with my daughter and her Christmas presents. I can't get off the floor." And I hadn't seen him in a long time. And he had ballooned up to over 350 pounds. And so I started working with him online because he lived in a different city than I did. And it took a while. It took a couple of years, but he got back. And now he's 190 pounds. He's run Spartan races and placed in the top 20%. He's done an Ironman. He's followed me around the island of Kona. He was my crew when I went to Ultraman in 2013 for the first year, and it completely changed his life. So raise your hand if you're ready to commit to your own health.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. So we need some accountability, and that's where I come in, and we will be working directly with each other. This is Lydia. She's done really well. This is Dampa. Dampa is one of our record holders. He did my 6-week program and he dropped 36 pounds.
Wow.
He crushed it. And then Annalie, she did really well as well, but we're going to need some hard work and consistency. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Cool. And everybody asks about supplements. Well, do we need to take supplements? No, they're not necessary. So this is not a lotions and potions and pills program. It's not. I do recommend protein powder. I think that's a good idea because it's a protein isolate, has all the lactose removed. So there's no milk sugar in it. So to me, in the Detox, although it's no dairy, and I know whey powder is technically a dairy, but it doesn't have the lactose molecule, which tends to be the mucus forming an allergen in dairy. So it's still in. So if you want me to help you with that, I can get products to you and stuff like that. If you're far away like you guys are, then I can just tell you what brands to go find and how to not to pay too much. So, and actually Mary Beth's brother Darren runs a supplement company as well. He's one of the guys that I get all my Hammer Nutrition products from. So we can get stuff shipped if you need it, but it's not necessarily part of the program. So what to expect? There's the 80-page detox manual, which if you don't have the PDF right now, I will make sure you've got that. And some people ask for the actual piece. The book looks like this. I don't know how much you can see that on the screen there.
It's great.
Right.
I did start doing the PDF, and then it was just like, okay, Scott, please, would you send me a manual?
Send me a
It just
manual.
makes life so much easier.
Yeah. I like that. I like things I can see, touch, feel, highlight, put sticky notes on. There's a detox grocery list in it. There's a quick start guide, recipes, meal plans, vegetarian recipes. There's the private Facebook group, which you're on. with unlimited online coaching to me. Whatever you need, just reach out. I'm really quick about getting back to people. There are times, obviously, if I'm with my family or I've got an 8-year-old, so there's sometimes I can't get back to right away, or if I'm training, but I will get back to you as soon as I can. Weekly weigh-ins, that's kind of up to you. What I mostly suggest is a weigh-in at the start and a weigh-in at the end. And if you want to do a weigh-in at the middle, go ahead. But we really don't want to focus on that too much, because the weigh scale doesn't tell you, it's one piece of data. It doesn't tell you if you've gained muscle or lost fat. It doesn't tell you if you've lost water. So we don't want people going crazy with that. And then you get the daily detox mindset videos. So you get 21 videos from me, and I auto post them in the Facebook group every morning. They're set to arrive at 5 a.m. You don't have to look at them at that time, but they come every day. And I do really recommend you watch them each day. They're usually 4 to 9-ish minutes. And it's a YouTube link, so you can watch it at 1.5 speed. I love watching YouTube videos at 1.5 speed. It drives my wife crazy. She's like, how do you watch them that fast? It worked for me. So if that works for you, then you don't have to listen to me as long, which is great. But I do encourage, don't fall behind, because then all of a sudden it's a 30, 40, 50-minute task. And I noticed this last challenge, quite a few people fell off watching the videos, and then they don't post as much, and then they don't respond when I ask them how they're doing. And it's a recipe for destruction. So I encourage you to watch them every day. It'll keep you enthused, encouraged, and plugged in. Like I said, unlimited contact with me. Oh yeah, and private body comp. If you're ever in Sylvan, I can do a body comp. I know both of you aren't, but if you're local, I can do a body composition analysis with my $5,000 laser toy that I kept. All right, how to fail. It's an interesting slide, Scotty. Well, how to fail. Stop eating to the plan. Eat sugar, dairy, and grains in spite of the plan. Stop watching the daily mindset videos. Drink lots of coffee with additives. Never engage in the private group, and keep all problems or questions to yourself. Those are lousy ideas. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do any of those. Do the opposite. All right. So what happens after the 28-day phase? I do work with people one-on-one, and maybe that's for you. I've got a 6-week program that I can do. And a lot of people repeat the 21-day detox. In our last round, we had 5 people repeat. Mary Beth is now on her 3rd repeat. And I'm pretty sure Cheryl and one more person is joining us again for another repeat, because it's just, my wife has done, I think she's in number 31 of her 21-day detoxes. She's lost about 40 pounds, and she just keeps at it. She loves to eat this way. Because this is step 1. You can clean the slate and start fresh, and then build new habits and knowledge from there. So now it's any questions. How easy was that?
It's awesome.
Good. Any questions, Crystal? You're new to us.
No, not really. I'm excited to look and see some of the recipes. And
Yes.
So with the protein powder, because I've never taken one, are a lot of them gluten-free?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll double check with the Allmax. That's the brand I prefer. I've been in the industry for 23 years, and I've tried out tons and tons of brands. I like Allmax. They're sweetened with stevia and acesulfame K, which seems to be quite friendly to the body. Obviously, stevia is really good. And acesulfame potassium is basically just minerals, so it seems to be really well tolerated. It's 100% isolate. And I'll double check the label to make sure the gluten-free thing. I'm positive that that's the case, but I think it says it was made in a factory where gluten is blah, blah, blah. Crystal, because I know some people that are, and I don't mean this insulting, I know some people that are trendy gluten-free, and I have several friends that are like, if I go near the stuff, I bloat up and explode. We're in the spectrum.
I love gluten,
yeah,
but I'm the explode type.
There you go. See, so then it's much more critical for you, right? Yeah. I know, I actually have a lady that I've been in triathlon camp with, and if the restaurant touches bread and then touches the cutlery that she gets, she's in pure unadulterated hell for 24 hours. So she's super, super sensitive.
Yeah, mine's not quite that bad. Mine's more like I would have to eat it.
Right.
But if I eat it, it's bad news.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah. It's a celiac thing versus a sensitivity thing.
Yeah. Or it's trendy because I thought Oprah did it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of gluten-free these days. It's like, well, that's what everybody's doing.
The hard part I find with gluten-free is that so many gluten-free items have corn in them.
Yeah.
And the corn increases my blood sugar. So I have to watch if it's gluten-free, well, that's great. But what are they substituting it out for? And most times it is corn. So
yeah,
then that becomes a no-go.
Well, and that's right. So that's one of the challenges, like, the food industry's jumped on the trend, right? And so they make things that are gluten-free, but they're chemical full. So, we really have to read labels, and that's always the case. That is the great thing about this program. It is gluten-free, it's dairy-free, it's sugar-free, and the recipes are brilliant. Because you're already gluten-free, it's kind of neat because you'll be used to using rice flour or almond flour. That's normal.
Yeah.
You arrowroot starch, you would have that, and that's not a big shock for you. Some people that have never played this game, it's brand new cooking to them. They're like, what is this stuff? But it's really good once you get used to it. Not used to the food, but used to the different ingredients is all really. And so I've been posting all kinds of different recipes. The muffins are phenomenal. And some people they've reached out and found new recipes. So we're constantly adding stuff. So there's lots of good things there, but I'll double check on that. I think we may have a visitor. Uh-oh.
Hi, Kaden.
You want to say hi?
Hi.
I didn't turn on my red light. Okay. Can you let me in here for a few minutes? Okay. I'll be out shortly or not. Yes, I'll double check that for you, Crystal.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions for me today?
Just excited.
Yeah, good.
Yay. I'm so glad you're excited. It'll be great to have you on board, Crystal.
Thanks.
Okay. Well, we're going to decelerate into an 8-year-old's ideas of the world. I usually have a red light that I turn on. I didn't turn it on today. So thank you for joining me today. I'm going to press end, and I will talk to you soon. Crystal, I'll be sending you your PDF right away. Okay.
Awesome. Thanks, Scott.
Hey,
Thanks,
you're welcome.
Kaden. Bye, Crystal. See you online.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.